Hello, hello, hello. Going to give a few seconds so I'm not talking to myself. Coming to you live from the mobile office, better known as Melba. Out here on a beautiful Wednesday evening. It's nice and cool. Wind is blowing. And I just want to give you that 5 minutes of motivation. The Dope Scope dealer is here. First off, I just did a live broadcast on another one called Hang With that is actually pretty doggone cool because you can upload right to YouTube immediately from there and share it to Facebook as well as Twitter. So check my Instagram if you want more information on that. But can you do me a favor? I've been having trouble with volume, so if you can hear me, tap the screen one time. Can you hear me? Let me know. Well, I'm going to assume that you can hear me. But anyway, going to do 5 minutes of motivation right quick. Today I had some fantastic things to take place that I have been building for the past 5 years. Really, I've been building it for the past 12 years. And a lot of it was turned down by people. Hey, Naturally Loopy, what's going on, girl? Please tap the screen. Let me know. Can you hear me? Because, I've been having difficulties on the doggone Periscope. People haven't been able to hear me. So if you can hear me, let me know. Hey! Can you hear me okay? Wonderful. Cool. So this is your 5 minutes of motivation. As I was saying, had some wonderful progress being made today. I can't stop smiling. I'm smiling so big that my eyes are closing. And my roommate used to tell me, oh, you know when you're happy because you can't see. You can't smile and walk at the same time because you can't see. And that's a little eye joke, but that's all right. But today, things that I have been building for the past 10 years, really, I'm going to say, came through fruition today. I cannot give you all of the details just yet because, you don't ever tell anybody what you're doing until it's really in place. But just understand that I am an educator at heart. I'm a community service enthusiast. I'm a philanthropist by it just runs in my blood. So anytime that I'm able to do something that's going to uplift the community, thank you, boo, and make an impact in households, then I'm going to do it. Okay, and somebody having a block party. Yes. All right. Bye, Felicia. Anywho, now, what I was saying is that anytime I have an opportunity to uplift a household, whether it be through one child or one young adult or the head of household or an entrepreneur, I'm going to do it. I used to get criticized so many times for, you need to take care of self first. And I know they meant well, but when you're going through your own trials and your tribulations and your obstacles, sometimes you have to take the focus off of your own stuff and put it on helping somebody else. And that's what I did. That's the only way I could have gotten through what I got through. And I'm going to share my backstory with you for those of you who haven't followed me on Instagram yet. But if you look through my Instagram, I tell my story because this is my thing. You know how when you tell people, I know old people, the elderly usually say, don't come in here and just sit and take up space and oxygen. You got to make yourself useful. So that's what I tell pain. Anytime I have pain or trials or challenges, you got to have a purpose for being in my life. You're not going to be able to exist just for the sake of being pain and not serve some kind of purpose. So I'm going to put you to work. So anytime I go through any challenges, I always use it as a platform to relate and connect to someone else who's going through the same thing I've already been through. We call that empathy, right? So I want people to understand that I'm not just somebody, shooting off these buzzwords to make them feel as if though I'm listening. I want to hear what they're going through and then offer them what I did. I'm not telling them what they should do. I'm telling them what worked for me. And if I can be of any assistance to them, let me know because I understand how they feel. And I'm going to help them to find the solutions for them that works for them. Because what worked for me may not work for them. So that goes back to my other dope scope from yesterday where we were talking about people like to throw around those words, passion and purpose and vision and empowerment. And I'm the type of person, once too many people start using that word, it loses its impact. And I'm not, throwing shade to anybody or anything like that. I just want people to be mindful and to remember at all times that when you're offering somebody some kind of assistance, some kind of, advice or guidance, be mindful that, you're impacting a whole household and really a community. So we have to maintain that integrity. So anyway, I know I've skated around the information a lot, but let's just say that Generation Yep, the hashtag that I use a lot, Generation YEP, is going to another level. The very last job that I had was in DeKalb County at this school that really was a diamond in the rough. And I got excited when I saw what they offered to students who were labeled as learning disabled. These were exceptional students that were bused from their traditional schools to learn a skill and a trade to help them because the traditional school setting just wasn't right. So they were bused to this school to learn a trade. It was a vocational school, if you will. And so I got all hyped because I was like, oh, bet we can do all kind of stuff. We can do this, that, and the third. Well, to them people, I represented work, and they were displeased with me. They didn't like Geechee Girl. They didn't like the fact that I was like, okay, if we took this and kicked it up another notch, they'll be able to gain this skill and they'll be able to get this life experience. They didn't like that. So they tried to take your girl, Geechee Girl, down. But you know what? I had to tell them people deuces. And that's what I said, quote unquote, very unprofessional, but it was what it was at the time. That's my old self. I have to put an ankle bracelet on her. But I said deuces, and I left right before the lunch bell after putting in about 2 years of my time in there to try to build that school up to do my part. Not that I was some saving grace, but to be part of the solution. That's what they hired me to do. That's what I went in there to do. They ain't let me do what I do. So I had to go. They was trying to take me down, so I said, you know what? I'm going to leave on my terms. You're not going to write my story for me. You can't have my pen. I write for myself. I'm very, very competent and know what I want people to remember me for. Word on the street is that they was watching the surveillance video several times of me leaving. I need to charge them for that. They can't be watching a movie of my life. That could be a Lifetime movie. No, not Lifetime, because they might book somebody crazy to represent me. But anywho, I digress. I have ADHD, as y'all know if you follow me on everything, so I get off on a tangent quite often. But anyway, I just wanted to provide the motivation for people who are wondering whether or not, all right, Thea, don't be laughing at me. But people who are wondering whether or not they are on the right path, whether it's worth it, whether it's, going to work out, I'm telling you, keep going. Stay in the game. I don't care if you got to sit on the bench for a few minutes. It's all right to rest, but do not quit. Okay? I fire myself at least once or twice a month, every month. But of course, I get the job back. Okay? It's okay to get tired, and it's okay to rest. I am no longer team no sleep. Now, if I got to stay up and crank something out for a deadline, then I'll do that. But I get my rest because that allows me to go harder. All right? Do not quit. Do not leave the gym. Stay on the court. If you need to sit on the bench, do so, but you stay in the game. Because everything that you're going through, you know how a rocket, when it's going up into space, the higher it goes, it has to lose all of this excess metal and all of the excess parts. That's because it cannot go that far with all of that excess baggage. So continue to fly high so the right stuff can fall off. And when I say stuff, that's people, things, and habits. Keep going. Don't you quit. If you quit, I'm coming. If you quit, I'm coming. And don't you quit. Okay? If you need to rest, if you need to tag me in something and we shoot the breeze, and let's be there for each other. Okay? And something that I always say, I tell people, they look at me sideways. I said, sometimes you're going to have to look in the oven to get the ice. And people are like, huh? I'm like, exactly. Sometimes things are not going to make sense. If for those of you who pray and meditate and ask for things, I'm about to listen. Oh, I'm coming, Loopy. I'm listening to it. I'm going to go in with you too. But sometimes, we ask and pray for things through meditation or prayer, and then we expect it to come exactly as we asked for it. It don't work like that. You got to ask for the spirit of discernment to see things as you need to see it, so that you can understand what is in alignment with your goal and what is not. And I tell you, the clearer your discernment gets, you can see it from a mile away if something is for you or not for you. I'm telling you from experience. I cannot wait to see some of y'all face to face. Matter of fact, let's move on to the information. August 14th. Naturally loopy, that was the day I was telling you about. You're going to get a pot of red rice. But August 14th and 15th, Charleston, South Carolina. Hips for Love. Hips, the number 4, LOVE. All right? Mark that on your calendar because it's going down. I know that's right around the corner, but when you got something in your head and it's in your heart, you don't need no whole bunch of time. Either you are or you're not. That's just how I roll. If you're going to roll with Geechee Girl, you got to be ready. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, okay? August 14th. Be ready to come on down to Chucktown. All of the sisterhood is about to sway. Respect the sway, all right? That's your first date. Then on the other date, that's Sunday for people who are here in Charleston. If you're here in Charleston, South Carolina, we're having a family tailgate and King of the Grill cook-off to really celebrate our men. Because, thank you. So, this Sunday, when we had Father's Day, we had the shooting at Emmanuel AME Church. And so I postponed it because I just didn't feel it was appropriate to have that because the men were giving up their day to provide security for us to make sure that nobody was trying to do a copycat shooting and everything else like that. So really they gave up their day to protect and do what kings do, and that is protect their families and their communities. So we postponed it to this Sunday, and just come on out and be a part of that. So it's some other dates. Y'all need to be following me on Instagram and on Twitter. Same name, Geechee Girl TM. You know girl is with a U because it's not just an accent, it's an attitude, all right? Y'all get at me. Let's do this thing. Let's build. I appreciate all of the support. Y'all continue to have me in your prayers and your thoughts, because when I tell you what everything has gone down today about what impact I'm going to have on the community, along with some fellow soldiers who always have their boots on the ground, y'all, we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate. Let me tap my own screen. Yes. I had to tap my screen to make the thing stop. My head is bad, but that's all right. I'm in the mood. But I just want to send so much love and light out to y'all who are doing the doggone thing. For those of you who are building from the ground up, I have a lot of love for all entrepreneurs, but for the entrepreneurs who are truly building their brand from the ground up, you're the one creating the logos. You're the one creating the templates for the emails. You're creating the newsletters. Nothing is made for you. Stay in it. It's hard, but once you create that foundation, baby, let me tell you, sugar, it's on and popping. And I also got to give some love to my fellow sisters who are single parents, who have no partner in life to hold it down, and you still building. I'm a walking testimony. That junk get me into a frame of mind sometimes where I do the ugly cry, and I feel like, man, forget it. I'll go back grocery somewhere because I can't do it no more. And I had the right people around me to keep me centered and focused. So I give love to all of y'all. Man, make your platforms matter. Make your social media matter. Let's let people understand that our voices matter. Not just our lives, but our voices and our dollars. Peace be still. That S got a line through it like that dollar sign. Y'all, let's go and get this stuff done. I love y'all to pieces. I'm going to see y'all on social media. And when I get to drop this news, baby, we going to do it. All right? Y'all remember the date, August 14th. For those of you who are going to come down, if you are a vendor, you need to holler at me. Yes. All right? Smooches and red rice, y'all. Mwah. I love you.